Elizabeth Padilla.
I'm Dave Pannell, and
welcome to our house. We just bought this beautiful house in Rock Island. We love it. It's a little bit of a renovation. We're very excited about the area. 2 streets north of downtown Fort Worth. This is the area that we've been talking about for the last 2 years. It's our 3rd house. By far, it's the most dilapidated one.
The reason why this neighborhood has gone so dilapidated is because the residents have never moved. They've passed the property on to their kids, or they just have lived here for 50 plus or 80 years. And now the properties are starting to transition. It's prime for development. And so we're buying key properties that we know that we could fix and flip.
My vision for this area is to have some residential property along this line here, along the street, where we can actually have some commercial space for restaurants, coffee shops, grocery stores, which we don't have any currently in the area.
So if you own a Starbucks, you're Mr. Starbucks, call us. This house is an old Craftsman style house. It's built in probably the 1930s, 1940 era, and we're gonna separate it into 3 or 4 bedrooms with a couple bathrooms and just modernize the inside, but keep the integrity and the history of the outside.
So our deck needs a little bit of work. We probably
a little bit.
Just a little bit of work.
That's what she said when she first started dating me. Oh wait, it doesn't work.
I probably want to cover my nose because I'm pregnant right now. I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Flipping houses and pregnant. We make babies while we're flipping. So all this new space is going to be the living space. Some sexiness.
We're going to tear this wall.
This house doesn't have any AC or updated electrical or plumbing, so we have to do all that.
It hasn't been updated since 1901.
So we're right here in the house, the back of the house, but we're gonna bring the kitchen down to the middle of the house, which is gonna leave an open area for the living space.
Oh, gross, Dave. That is terrible.
Hey, the steak's ready, baby.
It's a 5,000 square foot lot. Belknap is only 1 street north of here, and Belknap runs through downtown Fort Worth.
So typically these houses would scare you away if you're a normal home buyer. But for Liz, she thrives here for some reason.
I love these houses. They're full of character.
So the project timeline for us to complete this house, believe it or not, is only about 6 to 7 weeks. We're gonna get in here. Tomorrow the project starts. We start cleaning out all this trash. We go on vacation to neighborhoods that we could rent, that we could walk to the city central. And that's what gave us the idea originally about moving and investing in properties like this, because we see it in 5, 7, 8, 10 years when Panther Island's finally developed by the city of Fort Worth. These houses will be worth more money, but right now you really gotta take a risk because it's not platted out yet.
Yeah, I'm on my post.
Damn, it's not falling. We're 16 days in on this project now. After cleaning out the house, taking all the sheetrock out, you have a 130-year-old house with the bones are almost preserved from the original.
Everything, electrical, plumbing, HVAC was not existing. So we have to do absolutely everything from the bottom up, which is, it's been okay. It's been okay. We're only 2 weeks into the project.
We closed on this house the day before Thanksgiving, and nobody that we had planned wanted to show up on Thanksgiving, obviously.
The day after
Or the day after Thanksgiving. That's understandable, but once we started cleaning out the house, all the neighbors started coming and help us clean out the house. It was great. You want to be on video? Talk about Rock Island.
What's up, man?
This is Rock Island HOA president. What's your most favorite thing about the neighborhood?
Before was the fact that, like I said, it was like a knit-tight community. If I didn't know you, my mom knew your mom, or my grandma knew your grandma.
What would you like to see here?
Just to leave the remainder of the houses that are here and just kind of see what we could do about fixing them up, you know what I mean? Instead of trying to demolish what's left of the neighborhood.
It's a very tight 4-bedroom house in 1,200 square feet. And we redid the framing, the walls, took everything out of the house. And now it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath on 1,200 square feet and a wide open floor plan. So this is gonna be fun. We're gonna have the countertops over here, pantry here, and probably a big island right here.
The kitchen area does not have a window, so it is very important to have as much natural light coming in. A 2-bedroom, 1-bath works here. A lot of the families are very big families because we're very close to downtown Fort Worth.
Basically, we're just trying to bring this house to the modern age.
So we are almost done. The only thing we need at this point is the roof, but other than that, we are 98% done with our house.
So we saved the house.
We saved the house. It took us 7 weeks. We encountered a lot of challenges that we were not expecting, but it's been a really fun project.
We flipped a lot of houses and done a lot of properties, but never done something this much work.
We replaced 99% of the things in the house, so it's really a brand new house at this point.
So it's the first house flipped, renovated in Rock Island to this extent.
We're keeping it as a rental for now.
Are we gonna be able to pay the bills?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
So what do you think about just the overall house? I mean,
When I first got here, I was a little scared. Like, it was kind of...
you think it was savable?
Yeah, I knew it was savable, but it was one that I knew was going to be kind of a challenge.
So what role did you play? What did you do? You did demo?
We did demo, we did all the outside siding, all of the paint outside. We did put in all the doors in here. We did all the trim in here. And
All for free?
No, not all for free. And then, hey, one person tells me one thing and the other person tells me another. But I know who the boss is.
I know who the boss is too. Oh, and you bugged the hell out of Liz every time you called about from Home Depot. She just didn't get it. Every day.
I am pretty hard on everybody that's working on the house because I want not necessarily perfection, but 95%. You went over and beyond. When we told you to do something, sometimes, go basic, you still went over and beyond, and we love it.
Tell them what you did out here. So you put new...
So we started with the ceiling. We put pretty much everything's new on ceiling. New trim, new siding, new deck.
Where'd you get this idea from when you did the
Yes, tell us
trim?
about the trim.
I started that in 2015 on a house.
He didn't really ask permission, he just did it, and we had the material, and we're just pleasantly surprised when we walk in. We're like, oh, hell yeah.
We reframed all these outer walls. We did the shower.
So that's it. We're all done here. If you know of somebody that has a similar property, we'd love to look at it. Definitely looking for houses down here in the Rock Island Samuels neighborhood. These houses don't scare us, so these houses...
They scare everybody else besides us.
Yeah,
Besides
these
us.
houses don't scare us, so please call us if you have a house that we can fix up and remodel.